Hi, Lakeisha. How are you? So everybody, welcome to the broadcast. I'd like to give a special shout out to our sponsors today, Baraka Shea Butter. In the video that you just watched at the beginning of this video comes from Baraka Shea Butter. And in case you guys don't know, Baraka actually means thank you in Wali. So as the title says, this is going to be an awesome DIY recipe. It's a whipped aloe butter. And if you guys don't know, aloe butter is one of those things that it's great in the summertime, but it also has those same benefits in the wintertime. So it's like you can't go wrong with it. So we have everything right here in front of us. We have just jumped up. So before I continue, I'm going to come off screen for just a moment. If you guys can take a moment and tell me who you are, where you're watching from, because for some reason your comments just are not showing up here. So give me a comment check and let me know that you can hear me as well as see me so that I know I'm not talking to myself. And while you guys do that, let me come over here and just check. I'm missing one thing, Carol Ann. One thing. But by George, I think I have got it. Let me see. Put a rider so I don't forget the important stuff. Nope, still nothing. I'm thinking there's something wrong with the comments, guys, because I am not able to see anything. If you are saying anything aside from Lakeisha, Drea is saying hi. We also have P.A. Capres. Welcome to the broadcast. I'm going to bring myself back up one more time to see. So it looks like we're okay on that platform. I can see and hear you very well. Well, thank you for checking in. So we have got a ton of ingredients right here. Wait a minute. I think... No, it's saying we're everywhere. So I'm going to just take it for what it is and just assume. So we've got a ton of ingredients down here, but let's go through what each of them are so that you guys can see just how simple it is for you to make this yourself. Cosmic Solstice is saying, what's up, Zakia? And then Pacapares. Sardu, hello there. Okay, so we're coming in loud and clear on the YouTube side, which is fantastic to know. I do recognize that there is a little bit of a delay. So I guess now that I know you're here, I should probably tell you, number one, my name is Zakia Ringgold. I am the owner of livesoapschool.com as well as naturalsoapbyzakia.com. And tonight we have a very special broadcast for the hashtag Baraka Clan. So if you are watching in the Philippines, in Australia, or in Canada, welcome to the broadcast. First timer, welcome. So for all of our first timers, I'd like to warmly welcome you into Soap Nation and invite you to click the subscribe button, depending on what platform you're watching on, the follow button, depending on where you're at, or the like button. But most importantly, that share button, because everybody needs to be taking care of their skin, and we've got the goods to get them doing just that. Watching in Southern Alberta. Well, hello, Kim. Thank you for tuning in. This recipe is available on the link that is in this broadcast. I probably should have created a little text box, but I'll do that. But it's shor, shor.by/livesoapschool. I'll put that up there towards the end in case you guys don't know what I'm talking about or it just isn't coming across clear. So, of course, in order to make this, you do want to exercise good manufacturing practices, and that starts with wearing your gloves, guys. You don't want, of course your hands are probably clean as you are making the products, but you don't want your skin cells to end up on the oils and the butters that you're going to be putting in here. Now, this does not necessarily require a preservative. We have no water introduced in here. South Dakota. Okay, I have to pause. I have got to pause just for a moment. I'm so sorry. Mr. South Dakota, I need your name. Natural Soap by Zakia. Let me just give you guys a little bit of background, because South Dakota, if anybody from Soap Nation is watching, they can vouch for me. Natural Soap by Zakia was a business that I pretty much created live streaming. And as a result of that live streaming, my soap has now shipped to 18 countries in every single state across the United States, with the exception of you right there, South Dakota. So if you could head over to Natural Soap by Zakia and just type in, hey, I was your South Dakota viewer, I would be very much obliged. Very much obliged, because we will be sending you something so I can get rid of that disclaimer. Okay, so I'm sorry guys, but South Dakota has not been on this broadcast ever. So we're going to start out with the shea butter for this recipe. Now, shea butter offers a ton of vitamins. Now, there's a couple of ways that you could do this recipe. Typically, people will melt their butters down. I just want to make sure that you guys know, when you're melting your shea butters or your mango butters or your cocoa butter, you want to be careful not to overheat them, because that's what causes those grains to appear. And you don't necessarily want that. That comes from too much heat. All right, so we're going to start off with our Baraka shea butter. Now, guys, if you don't know the story of Baraka shea butter, it is an incredible, incredible story. Baraka shea butter actually is a sustainable, fair trade company where all of their shea butter is handmade in the traditional method in Ghana. And so we are getting some of the highest quality, unrefined shea butter. Unrefined. So what that means is it's not constantly going through mills. We're getting all of those benefits that we would expect, because it has been done the traditional method of getting the shea butter. And so all of when you make purchases of Baraka shea butter, that actually impacts the communities and the women and the children who actually make this product. So it's a really, really phenomenal company with a very high quality shea butter. You can check them out on their website, which is barakasheabutter.com. Vintage, how are you? You're saying, hey, love. We have Marisol saying hi, and Marisol letting me know that it sounds amazing. So we have our shea butter. Like I said, you could melt this down, but I'm going, because Baraka shea butter has a really, really nice consistency, I'm not too worried about it being able to blend the way that we want it to blend. So we start out with our shea butter. If you would like to melt it, you can, and that just makes it easier, and then you allow it to cool. But we have a trusty hand mixer right there. Yes, Ghana, baby. Gets my cocoa butter, mango butter, and shea butter. See what I'm saying? And in South America, Peru. I'm telling you, you got to get it from where nature intended, where it grows naturally. All right, so we have our shea butter. The next thing, we can't make an aloe butter without aloe vera. So we're going to be using pure aloe vera, guys. Now, a lot of times you will see, talk to you later, see you later. A lot of times you will see aloe vera, and then you'll also see aloe vera gel. The only difference is the aloe vera gel has some kind of thickening agent, and a lot of times manufacturers and commercial companies will dye it green just to improve the commercialization of it. People think aloe, they think green, but the true color of aloe vera is this really clear color. So we're going to go ahead and add in our aloe vera right now. And that's why we always have our little spatula, because we don't want it left in the bowl. We want it inside of our butter. All right, so one of the primary benefits of aloe vera is it's packed with vitamins. Aside from it being packed with vitamins, it also is known for soothing the skin. If you've ever had sunburn, I remember one time we were in Jamaica and my cousin had got sunburned, and one of the Cabana boys One of the Cabana boys went and got a fresh piece of aloe right off of a tree or right off of the plant, cut it open and put it right there, and I'm telling you, she was soothed instantly. So aloe vera has a long history of being able to treat sunburn. It also moisturizes the skin. The only thing with aloe vera, guys, is when you are using aloe vera, if you use too much of it, it can be drying to the skin. So don't overdo it with your aloe vera. The next thing that we're going to add is our jojoba oil. Now, jojoba oil is one of those, no, I'm sorry, that's not it. Jojoba oil, I knew it wasn't jojoba oil because jojoba oil has this really beautiful golden yellow color. Now, jojoba oil is one of those that's anti-inflammatory, so it'll help to tame any scaly skin. So you know how sometimes when your skin is really, really dry, it starts flaking on you? Well, if you have some jojoba oil, this is a great addition to your skincare regimen. So we have our jojoba oil. The next thing that we're going to add is our glycerin. Now, glycerin is a natural humectant, which means that it's going to pull moisture to the skin. Not only does it pull it to the skin, but it locks that moisture right there on the skin. So it's really like a double whammy. So that's all I'm going to add right now. We still have our bamboo powder. We also have our sunflower oil, our vitamin E oil, and our fragrance that we're going to add in there. So I'm going to go ahead and just slowly give this a little bit of a mix. I'm going to mute you guys only because it will get annoying if you just hear this going. And John, I'm sorry, I did see you say hello, but it was muted, so I couldn't say hello back to you. But how are you, John? Very, very good to have you here. All right, so the next thing that we're going to go ahead and add in is our sunflower oil combined with our vitamin E oil. Now, we also have some bamboo powder here, guys. Now, bamboo powder, look at, I don't know if you guys can see that. Yes, you can, because I'm looking where you're looking. It helps to improve the skin radiance, guys. So if you're looking for that natural glow, it also gives our butter a little bit of a kick so that it's not, it'll pull down some of that greasiness factor, if you will. None of the ingredients by themselves are greasy. However, because we have so many oils, so many butters, it's a good idea to have something to pull that down. Some people will use arrowroot powder, but I like bamboo powder. First person I've experienced to mute during blending mixing. Thanks for the courtesy. I should do a little curtsy bow. You're welcome. Yes, I've been on the opposite end of a stick blender or a stand mixer or a hand mixer. It's not that great. It's not that fantastic. So I'm going to just take this. You ever see let me see, am I in the shot? I can be like this, is he the shor.by, where he just drops it in, drop her in. And the recipe calls for a rice powder, but I have bamboo powder. So use what you got to get what you want. You use what you got. No volume adjustment required. Much appreciated. Aloha from Hawaii. Well, hello, Cassandra. Very good to have you watching. All right, so let's go ahead and get a little more of that. And now finally, just to get some of the liquid portion of the into the bamboo powder, we're going to add in our sunflower oil, which is combined with a little bit of vitamin E oil. Now notice I probably didn't need as much as I put in there, but no worries, we got plenty of shea butter right there if I've made it a little too runny. So I'm going to use my spatula to kind of fold it in on itself, because I'm going to add more of that bamboo powder, because we're looking for a radiant aloe butter. Like, we want that natural glow, that moisturizing glow, and that's what's going to be generated from that bamboo powder. And yeah, I think I did add too much of the sunflower and vitamin E, because I do want it thicker than that, but I just want you to see this consistency. Look at that. Somebody look at us. Let me get it like out of there. Ooh, yeah. So as you can see, I did not need to melt this shea butter. Sometimes, depending on the quality of the shea butter you get, you may find that, hey, wait a minute, I'm going to need to melt this down because it's just not going to do what I want it to do. But with Baraka shea butter, that is not the case. It is such a nice consistency. And this bag is empty, but no worries. I have got plenty more where that came from. Alright, let's break that up. Well, don't have to break it. We'll just mix it. Mix it up, mix it up, mix it up. Oh, I'm going to mute you guys one more again. One more again for good measure, shall we? Yes, we shall. And the last thing that we're going to add is our scent. If you want to keep this 100% natural, definitely use an essential oil. I'm not really that concerned with that. I am, although, concerned with the scent that I want. And I have this amazing scent. It's called, you ready for it? Lick Me All Over. Now, isn't that like it's the perfect kind of name for a body butter. And this is an aloe butter, and it smells incredible. It's incredible. Now, you see how I'm trying to get all of the butter out of the blades. You can also turn this on, and it'll kind of get rid of it for you. So for the most part, we've gotten some of it off, but there's still some there. We'll use that to test it out. I'm loving this. Well, Martiche, I am so happy to hear that. So guys, if you are just now joining, I probably should do a reset for some of you. But my name is Zakia Ringgold. I am the owner of naturalsoapbyzakia.com and our sponsor, Baraka Shea Butter, and all of them that are watching across the various Baraka channels are the sponsors for tonight's aloe recipe. If you want to recreate this recipe on your own, it is available by going to shor.by. It's shor.by/livesoapschool. I'll put that in the comments before we leave. And if you have any questions, feel free. Make sure that you at least say hello, like Sue just did from Seattle, Washington. Well, hello from the other side of the United States. I'm in Philadelphia. I am in Philadelphia. So the last thing that we are going to add for good measure is our fragrance. And I'm going to just put it up to the camera because I know you guys can smell it. Just imagine the most intoxicating scent that you have ever smelled, and you're like snuggled right next to it. That's what I got going on right now. And I have like this little fan going, so it's kind of like blowing it around. So we're going to add that right on in. stir her up just a little bit. And I think I'm going to need some more shea butter. Stat. I keep adding too much fluid. Too much fluid to it. So follow the recipe is what this means, so that you get a nice consistency. I always adjust recipes as I'm going, which may or may not be the right way to do it, but you know, no judgment zone over here. Hey Sylvia, how are ya? Hey from California, Miriam. Good to see you again. All right, so I mean, this really doesn't need anything. Let me bring it up. Bring it up one time. Bring it up. Bring it up, and so you can see the viscosity of it. It doesn't just kind of fall off. It's a really nice consistency. If you are in California like the beautiful Miriam, you would probably need to leave this in the refrigerator because it probably would melt down just a little bit. What in the? It probably would melt down. Hold on, guys. There's like an annoyance like happening right next to my camera. And so you want to put it in the refrigerator, but here on the East Coast, it's starting to cool down, not completely, but enough. So it will be okay. You need yourself a container. This is the only container I had. I probably need one half the size of this. So after you make it, you smell it, make sure you love the scent that you've got. And then you're just going to scoop it into your jar. Make sure you use a jar that has a wide enough opening that you'll be able to get your hand in there. So we are now up to 79 folks across all of the platforms that we are live streaming on. However, I think maybe 6 of you have talked to me. If that is the case, and you have not said hello, you have not hashtag Baraka Clan or Soap Nation or just your name, do that now or forever hold your peace. If you don't say nothing, I can't say hi. I don't know. Is that a double negative? Don't and nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Only thing is, the comments won't scroll for me, so I don't really know what's happening. You for sight. Much love, much respect. Right back to ya. We just made our aloe butter, and it is absolutely amazing. Now, you probably would not need this much aloe butter, but this will be enough for me and my daughters. At least for the month of, because we bathe twice a day. Naz is saying hello from Australia. Love your work and love having you here. Special is checking in with the hello. And Naz, I feel like I should say good day, mate. That is the closest I have to an Aussie accent. You hear me? We also have Tracy checking in. Good day, mate, from Australia. Very good to have you here as well. So I was absolutely wrong. This was the perfect size for our aloe butter. And depending on the scent that you use, you got Twitter glitter. Am I over there tweeting on Twitter? That's good to know. And all of you that have shared the broadcast, all of you that are tapping over there in Periscope land, all of you that are giving me emojis over there on the Facebook side, you're cool. And I'm really, really grateful. And in the words of our sponsor, Baraka, which means thank you. Thank you for all that you're doing. Does the bamboo powder, it causes just a little bit of grittiness. We're going to test it out in just a moment. If you want a smooth consistency, I would say avoid it. But the reason I like it is it's going to give us just a hint of exfoliation while we are using the butter. And it also is going to give you that radiance and that natural glow because they are some of the benefits of the bamboo powder. Hey, gorgeous Mary, I hear you're heading to a conference. Have fun, my dear. Or did that happen already? I feel like it's like coming up. But hello. Good to see you. So now, I've been muting you the whole time. The whole time I've been using the hand mixer, I have muted you. And now I'm just a banging on the table. And you guys are hearing all that banging. Can't do nothing about it. I didn't think about it until just now. But here is our aloe butter. I'm going to take our gloves off so that we can actually test this baby out. Now, super heart. Nas with those super hearts. What? with those super hearts. Nas with those. Oh, and if you guys don't know, because it depends on where you're watching, super hearts probably mean absolutely positively nothing to you. But in the Periscope land, which is where I got started, super hearts are a way for people to go like a little extra with gratitude on the broadcast. Oh, it's next weekend. So Nas, thank you very much. So I gave you your obligatory super heart dance. Thank you for the super hearts. Thank you for the super hearts. All right, so here is our butter. And as you can see, a little is going to go a heck of a long way. And to go back to the graininess question, there is some grit, but I like the grit for the purpose of this butter. And if you don't want that, like if you don't want to feel that, then you could always not use that. Started a new job Tuesday and already taken a day off. Look, listen, Linda, listen. So, as you can see, look at those hands. I should be a hand model. Look, Mom, look at me. So now I can see and hear you on Facebook. So, number one, special shout out to like our A1 Day 1 Soap Nation member. Wow, that looks great. No greasy at all. We hate a greasy feel, guys. And you want to think about it. Those ingredients that are in this recipe are phenomenal so that you get something. Most of those ingredients, guys, they go right into your skin. They don't just stay and create a layer of gunk on the top of your skin. Shea butter melts into your skin. The aloe vera melts into your skin. The glycerin is what's going to be attracting any of that moisture from the air right to your skin. So I'm going to get rid of this paper towel because it's messing up the ambiance. The ambiance of our butter. Focus. Focus. Let's get rid of all this excess. Just have the butter. Just have the butter. And so you really do get a phenomenal product where you have made it. You know all of the ingredients. Again, we used shea butter, vitamin E oil, jojoba oil, sunflower oil, glycerin, and aloe vera. And then we added a little extra special pinch with the shor.by hands of the bamboo powder so that we'll get a nice glow and a little bit of, did you get highlight on there? No, it's the aloe butter. It's my aloe butter. So I am Zakia Ringgold signing off. Make sure that if you want your shea butter purchases to make a difference in the women in the families that actually make them, head over to Baraka Shea Butter. Tell them that Live Soap School sent you. They will be very, very happy to have you. The owner is absolutely incredible. My name is Zakia Ringgold, the owner of livesoapschool.com, where it is so much more than soap. All of the recipes that we have shared are available by going to shor.by/livesoapschool. It is in the description of whatever video you're watching, wherever you're watching. And I'm going to play this video one more time to take us out because this is actually how the women in Wali, or the women in Ghana, this is how they start their meetings to create a nice energy, a nice space, which is why we started this broadcast this way. And we had no trolls. We had a lot of supportive people. All of you that are tapping, it's saying that we got over 6,000 reactions. And I don't know how that's possible, but that's what I'm seeing on my screen. So I think there's something to it. And hopefully this will be something to take you out tonight. Have a great night.
If you're so sorry,